Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna be getting into a good old-fashioned empties video. Figured I would start 2019 off right, getting my empties basket here nice and cleaned out. Give you guys some final thoughts on all of these products so we can start filling it back up again. Completely unrelated side note, I'm kind of obsessed with this sweatshirt. I got it from Express over like Black Friday weekend. It has this really cool like cutout detailing thing and it says, let me show you guys, all the vibes. It's really cute and it's super ridiculously soft, so I'll link it for you guys in the description box if you want to check it out. I think it's still available. Anyway, we've got a lot to go over today, so let's get into the empties. So let's start with what I have on top here. This is the Love Beauty and Planet Muru Muru Butter and Rose Bountiful Moisture Body Wash. I technically have like a teeny little bit of this left in here, but for all intents and purposes, I'm going to consider this finished. This was the body wash I was using probably for the later half of the summer and into the fall of 2018, and I did actually enjoy it quite a bit. It's a very creamy, moisturizing body wash. It's really nice for shaving your legs, so it's kind of a good like multi-purpose product. I like that it had a pump, which makes it really easy to use in the shower, and the price point, being a drugstore brand, really was not bad. Love Beauty and Planet will go on sale oftentimes at your local drugstores, at Target, Walgreens, etc. So you can usually get this at a discount if you're patient. Something I do want to note though about this product and Love Beauty and Planet that I want you guys to be aware of. So when I bought this, I also bought a shampoo and conditioner from the same brand. Now if you read the label on this guy, it says there are no sulfate cleansers in this body wash, which is great because I have tried to completely remove sulfates from my bath, body, and hair care products in my routines. But the shampoo actually does contain sulfates, and I think I was just assuming with it being a more kind of eco-conscious brand and with the body wash not having sulfates that the shampoo and conditioner would also be sulfate-free, but they weren't. So I actually ended up decluttering those and passing them along to somebody else. Just be aware of that if you're someone else that also is trying to go sulfate-free with all of your cleansing type products. The Love Beauty and Planet shampoo and conditioner, not necessarily sulfate free, but this guy is. I did enjoy it, and I definitely would consider repurchasing this guy again in the future. I finished up a couple of bath products here. I am a big bath junkie. Y'all know Dr. Teal's literally in every single one of my empties videos ever. I will say though that the Pink Himalayan Mineral Soak, the way this one smells is not my favorite. I think the Milk and Honey one is my absolute favorite. I love the way that one smells. This one has bergamot and sweet orange essential oils, so it's a little bit citrusy, but to me, I get the bergamot more. It's a very like clean, slightly earthy smelling kind of deal, but it isn't offensive in any way, shape, or form. I definitely use this up. I think I've gone through like 2 bags of this particular one because I do like the benefits of the Himalayan salt. Now, these on the other hand were really cool. Something different that I picked up quite a while ago, and I don't know if they still have these at Ulta. These were the Treats Traditions Relaxing Chakras tea bags for your bath. Now, I'm a huge tea lover, so as soon as I saw the whole idea for like a tea bag for your bathtub, I was intrigued, and legit, that's what these look like. They look like a giant tea bag with kind of like a synthetic like nylon cord that you can essentially like hang over your bathtub faucet so the running water falls over your little bath tea bag, and it actually does have tea in it along with some other really cool ingredients. You've got rose petals and hibiscus, you've got rice bran oil, beetroot powder, and some other random kind of cool things in here. Basically, it makes the water feel very silky and hydrating when you're sitting in the bath. It smells really nice, but not like overly heavily fragranced. Like if a Lush bath bomb or bubble bar is too much for you, this is a little bit more subdued, but you can actually still smell it, which is nice. So you only get 3 tea bags in this box, so it's not a lot, and I think they retailed for originally like $12 or $13, but I got mine on sale. So I don't know if this is something I would pick up again necessarily at full price. I'm glad I tried it. It was a lot of fun. Maybe I would get them again if they were on sale. But yeah, it was one of those kind of more novelty, cool products, not something I necessarily feel like I need to incorporate in my regular routine the way I feel with Dr. Teal's, but it was fun to try. Now I've got two micellar waters here, and as you can see, neither one of them is completely finished. There's a little bit left in both bottles. But I wasn't a huge fan of either of these products, so I just got to the point where I decided I didn't really feel like trying to make myself finish them anymore. I have other things in my collection I'd rather move along to, so I wanted to be done. So this is the Pacifica Coconut Water Micellar Cleansing Tonic. Now, this is a 100% vegan and cruelty-free product. I do generally enjoy Pacifica. They make some really nice, kind of more clean skincare products at a more affordable price point. And I think the thing for me with this guy is that it has glycolic acid in it, so I find it to be a little bit irritating, especially in my eye area, and that's pretty much what I use micellar water for. Sometimes I'll go in and take off all of my makeup with micellar water, but honestly, most of the time what I'll do is I'll wash my face, and then if I have any residual eye makeup around my eye area, I'll go in with a micellar water on a cotton pad just to kind of clean up that area, and then I'll use a toner on the rest of my face. And this I feel like was more of a toner than a makeup remover, even though it says it's a micellar water. Well, it says it's a micellar cleansing tonic, which right there is kind of a weird thing for me, because I would not put toner normally on my eye area because it's usually just going to be a little bit too harsh. So this, if I use it on my eyes, I find it can just kind of sting and be a little bit uncomfortable, so I just wasn't really using it as much. And then as far as its makeup removing abilities, it was okay, but it's not the best micellar water I've tried. I like Bioderma a lot more. But yeah, so basically this was just kind of a strange product for me. I didn't particularly enjoy the experience of using it. I kind of forced myself to try to use as much of it up as I could, but yeah, I'm over it. I'm ready to say goodbye. Then this has been like the bane of my existence for a while. This is the Botanics Micellar Cleansing Solution 3-in-1 All Bright, and this does not do anything to take off your makeup. Like, you honestly might as well just be using straight up water, and I did not find it to be effective as a micellar water at all. I honestly ended up using this at some point to clean my lashes, like my false eyelashes. I would dip a Q-tip in this and kind of use it if my eyelashes were getting a little grimy and needed just a little extra cleaning. I found that to be, something I could basically get some use out of this for. I didn't want to throw it away, but I wasn't really liking the way it worked on my face. I felt like it really didn't do anything, especially for eye makeup. It did not break it down really at all. So I will not be repurchasing this. I don't exactly recommend it, and I've had it for way too long now at this point, so it's gotta go. While we're on the topic of skincare, I went through 2 packages of face wipes. Now, these guys here are the Pixi Moisturizing Cleansing Cloths. I got these at TJ Maxx primarily just to use to remove swatches when I film. I pretty much did not use these at all on my face. And just based on the way they removed swatches, I don't think I would have liked them to remove makeup on my face because they were not the best. They did not break makeup down all that well, especially creamy makeup, lip products, things like that. These were not anywhere close to my favorite makeup wipes that I've ever tried, and I'm pretty sure if I was to buy them normally from Target, they would be pretty expensive. At TJ Maxx they were like $4, but yeah, I don't think I'm inclined to actually go out and buy these again anytime soon. But these, on the other hand, were actually really good. They're the Patchology Clean AF On The Go Refreshing Facial Cleansing Wipes. Now, you only get 15 wipes in this little package, but I'm pretty sure when you buy them, you actually buy 4 of these at once, which I think is kind of nice because a lot of times face wipes will start to dry out. If you have a lot of them in one package, over time you're opening and closing it, air gets inside and it starts to dry the wipes out. I feel like you can go through 15 wipes in a reasonable amount of time. You don't have to worry about waste, and then they kind of stay fresher longer. And as far as their ability to remove makeup, I think they work pretty well. I didn't notice any stinging or irritation around my eye area. They break down makeup, even lipstick, foundation. As far as like mascara and eyeliner goes, they do a pretty decent job. I've got a box here of the Jouer Deep Cleansing Pore Strips. These are like the combo packs that come with the face and the nose strips. These are pretty much all I buy now because I have serious blackheads on my chin and also on my forehead, like especially right between my eyebrows. I have really large pores there. So I like to take the face strips and cut them in half and then put half on my chin and half kind of on my forehead. Sometimes I'll even take the face strips and I will put them kind of more on my cheek area because I tend to get blackheads kind of right out to about this region, and the nose strips really only cover your nose. They don't go this far out. So I find these to be helpful just because the extra face strips in here give me a little more flexibility to rip all the gunk out of my pores. But yeah, I bought these when they were like buy one get one half off, so I've got like 3 more boxes on standby in my bathroom because I know I use these not super often, maybe once a week to once every 2 weeks max, kind of just when I feel like I really need it. When my skin's looking kind of congested, I feel like this is just one of those foolproof things that's just gonna de-gunk the facial region. And then I've got no small number of sheet masks as per the usual. Like this one right here I just used the other day. This was my first sheet mask of the new year. It's the Karuna Antioxidant Face Mask. I got this in a trio from FabFitFun, and this was really nice. It was infused with green tea. It was made with more of that kind of cottony material, but it was on the thicker side. It really hugged the skin nicely. It was comfortable. I didn't feel like it was cut weird. I have a small face, so sometimes sheet masks can be a little bit crazy on me, but I felt like this one was comfortable. It worked well. The serum really absorbed into my skin. Something I've also noticed, especially being oily, with a lot of sheet masks, after I take them off and the serum sinks in, they leave my skin feeling very sticky and can kind of end up making me look more shiny throughout the day. But this one I put on in the morning and I wore makeup after having used it, and I felt like my makeup looked really nice all day. So I definitely would consider buying these again. Karuna is expensive though. I would definitely get these again at a sale price because I think Karuna makes some of the better sheet masks that are out there. They're just like $8 a piece, which is a lot to spend on a single-use item. If you want something a little more affordable, I think the BioBell sheet masks are really nice. They're not quite as thick and luxurious as the Karuna ones, but they're made of sort of a similar fiber material. The hashtag primer one is really great for wearing on a day when you're going to be applying makeup after using it. Like if you want to prep your skin for a special event, this one, the serum that's in it is a little less thick and heavy, so your makeup applies nicely on top of it. The Stay Gorgeous one, this one's also really nice. Pretty much all BioBell are just very hydrating, and they only cost, I think, like around $4, so they're not quite as a splurgy item as some of these other sheet masks I've been talking about, and you can buy them in bundle packs from Ulta. So definitely would recommend giving these guys a try if you were curious. I've got a couple of Pure Lease sheet masks here. Now, the watermelon ones are their newest release, and they are amazing. They smell like a Jolly Rancher. They're delicious. Again, these are sort of a thicker cotton-like sheet mask material. Super hydrating for the skin, very calming. I also tried the coconut and rice one out more recently, and it was nice, but I think I like the watermelon better. These are also, again, kind of pricey. I think they're about $6 a piece, but you have to buy them in a 6-pack, so you end up shelling out $36 for a box. They may sell them individually. Honestly, I really don't remember, but either way, not super cheap, but they're nice. I definitely would probably consider repurchasing another box of these guys in the future. I've got 2 masks from Jouer, I believe is how they pronounce it. I asked them at Gen Beauty, and I think it's Jouer. The Purifying Black Charcoal Mask and the Juicy Mango Glow Mask. These are really fun. These are also much more affordable. You can find this brand at Walmart as well as I think Target and other drugstores. They're more like $2 to $3 a piece. So if you're just starting out with sheet masking and you're not wanting to spend a lot of money, these are a great place to kind of experiment. The black charcoal mask is really nice if you have oily skin. The juicy mango one smelled flippin' delicious, very hydrating again. The only thing I will say is that I do find these to leave my skin a little bit more sticky. The serum doesn't absorb quite as well as the higher end sheet masks, but if you're gonna use them at bedtime, I don't think it's such a big deal because you're gonna get up in the morning and wash your face anyway. Or you can always go in after you've applied these and just kind of like blot your face down with a tissue and remove some of the excess serum, just so that way if you're going to apply makeup, it's not like quite as gloopy. And then I've got a whole bunch of little mini hair care products here. The first ones are this duo from a brand called Philip Adam. They are a Canadian indie hair care brand. They may also make some bath and body products as well, but they sent me over these little samples back in I think the summertime to try out, and I really enjoyed these. So these products are infused with apple cider vinegar, which is supposed to be really great for making your hair extra like clean and shiny, but they don't smell like vinegar. They smell like a Granny Smith apple. So super fruity, very crisp, delicious, and the ingredients in these products are very clean. There's no parabens, there's no sulfates. They've got some really good stuff in here. So I enjoyed these a lot. It was a brand I'd never heard of before, and you guys know I always like discovering new independent brands, especially ones that have just like really good ethics and put really good ingredients in their products and don't cost an arm and a leg. Like, these are not gonna break the bank. I'm pretty sure they're under $20 each. So while I haven't gone out and bought the full size of these yet, I definitely would consider it. And it's kind of funny because I sort of finished these up a while ago and then forgot about them because I've been trying to use up some other products that I have on hand, and I like these so much more than what I'm currently using. Like, I've been using my Amica Normcore shampoo and conditioner, which are nice, but they're really expensive, and I find them to be a little bit heavy, actually. Like, my hair feels a little bit weighed down using them. I'd almost kind of prefer to go back to this if I had any left. So these were great. Definitely would consider buying them again. Then I've got this little tube of the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. This is not the first time this product has made its way into my empties, and I'm sure it won't be the last. I really enjoy this hair mask. It's free of sulfates, silicones, and parabens, which you'd be surprised is actually pretty difficult to find in a hair treatment product. Silicones especially are very prevalent in a lot of conditioning type agents for your hair, mostly because silicones, they're a plastic, they're slippery, so if you want to like reduce shine and make your hair feel silky, you can cover it with silicones and it will kind of slick everything down. But on the downside to that is that silicones can build up, they can be heavy, they can weigh your hair down over time. So I don't particularly love using silicone-based products in my hair because my hair is so straight and so fine. I definitely really want to get back to using this again. I do have a full-size like tub in my bathroom right now that I haven't cracked into because I've been trying to use some other things up. But I honestly feel like I miss this because I've noticed a pretty significant difference in my hair having moved away from Briogeo products. I tried out one of these Neon & Co. hair shot ampules for the first time in the last couple of months and totally fell in love. I bought like 5 more of these during Black Friday's weekend because they were on sale for only $1. Could not resist. But basically this is like a serum, like an intense treatment for your scalp and hair. It's not like a creamy leave-in conditioner, it's more of a liquid, kind of almost like an oil, but not exactly. It's a very weird and interesting kind of product. You basically just shake it all over your head and you can kind of work it into the midsections and ends of your hair. You put it on after your hair has already been washed and conditioned and just sort of towel dried, and then you go ahead and style it blow dried as you normally would. And holy cow, this makes your hair feel like silk. It's insane, and it lasts like pretty much until your next blowout, until you like wash it again. Your hair will stay just super silky, shiny, frizz-free. It's kind of the bomb. If I'm feeling like things are just out of whack, I can use one of these. Honestly, even with my hair being this long, I can basically get through about half of a bottle in one application. I don't need a whole thing because my hair is not super thick. I think if you had very thick long hair, you probably would go through an entire bottle in one application. But again, it's not something you're using every day or even necessarily every week. It's kind of just like a when your hair needs emergency TLC, it's the kind of thing you want to reach for. And then I have two little travel cans here. One of the IGK Beach Club Texture Spray. This stuff is bomb. If you want nice, voluminous, tousled, beachy hair, this stuff not only smells incredible, but it also really, really works. It's not a dry shampoo, so it's not gonna soak up oil or anything like that, although it does leave kind of a more matte texture in your hair. I like to layer this like with a dry shampoo if I need a bit of extra oil control on top of the volume. But yeah, you just spray a little bit of this into your hair, kind of zhuzh it up, and it just builds up nicely on itself. So definitely would consider picking this up in full size at some point. It's just hella expensive. IGK is sold at Sephora. It's not cheap stuff, so I'm not like in a rush to go out and get this. And then this is a little mini size of the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black Dry Shampoo. I totally bought this because of Kathleen Lights. She raves about this as being like the best dry shampoo ever. And I will say, this is heavy duty. Like, as someone who has struggled with very greasy looking hair, this will soak up every trace of oil, but it leaves an insane white cast and it's very, very heavily fragranced. I mean, I like the smell of Nirvana Black and it smells just like the perfume. But if you are sensitive to fragrance, this is like, stay far, far away from this because it will probably give you like a massive reaction, headache, whatever. And as someone with really dark hair, the like extreme white cast can be a little challenging, like especially if you apply it in lighting that's not super bright and you think you got it all worked in and then you go outside or like you're looking in the mirror of truth, you know, the flip down mirror in your visor in your car, and you'll just see like your hair looks completely gray or you have like a big white patch somewhere that you didn't see before. It's dangerous. Let's just put it that way. It's dangerous if you're worried about how you're going to appear going out into the world because it's just very, very intense in all of the ways. And then I'm gonna wrap things up with makeup. Now I'm gonna be giving you guys like a little sneak peek, a little like teaser for what's to come later this month. I've already started filming my annual makeup collection and declutter series where we take an entire week, and in that week we go through my entire makeup collection. I show you like literally all the makeup I own, and we get rid of everything that I'm not using or that's old and expired and just start fresh with a happy, nice condensed collection for the new year. So that's coming your way soon, but there are a few products that I kind of removed from my collection months ago, even before even remotely thinking about starting to film that declutter, because they were just old and expired, and I was like, you know what, I just need to get these out of here now. So I'll show those to you, kind of give you a little taste of what's to come. So first, mascara. Always have a bunch of these in my empties video because I'm pretty religious about getting rid of my mascaras every 3 to 4 months or so. So I used up a little mini of the Benefit They're Real mascara. I didn't really like this, and it's funny because I remembered liking it when I tried it in the past, and maybe it was in the mini, maybe it was just old when I used it, but it didn't really feel like it did a whole lot for my lashes. The actual mascara itself was a little bit on the thinner side. The bristles just like, they just didn't do a lot for my lashes. I didn't really feel like they looked fantastic whenever I used this. So that was kind of weird and disappointing because I thought this was good stuff. Maybe I've changed my mind. On the flip side though, we have the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, which is pretty much my current holy grail drugstore mascara. This one will make your lashes super voluminous, super black, just very luscious and thick looking, which is exactly what I want for my mascara. If you're somebody that likes the like very light, fluttery, natural lash, this is not going to be the mascara for you. But I personally like something that I don't have to build up. I don't have to spend like 10 minutes applying to my lashes. I want something that's like boom, 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 full volume in one coat, which is exactly what I'm gonna get from this. On that note though, it can get a little chunky if you try to layer it. It can get a little spidery if you put on too much. So I would say, if anything, try not to overdo it with this mascara. The other downside, unfortunately, about this, I feel like it goes off more quickly than some other mascaras. Yes, it's drugstore, it's cheap, you're supposed to throw it away after 3 months anyway, but I would say after about 2, it starts to dry out and get like a little too chunky, which kind of sucks. So yes, this is a great mascara that I am sure I will continue to buy again in the future, but you know, it's not perfect. Like nothing in the world is. Then we have the Wander Beauty Volume and Curl Mascara. This tube is not looking its best anymore, but it's been with me for a while. We've been on a journey, this mascara and I. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you might remember that I initially did not like this mascara, and when I talked about it in a monthly beauty report video, I said it was too natural for my lashes. I just didn't really feel like it did enough for me. And Wander Beauty actually saw the video, reached out, offered me some suggestions on how to try using it differently, thanked me for my feedback, and ended up sending me like a whole bunch of other makeup, which was amazing. And after having done what they suggested, which was to really take the time to build this mascara up and apply at least 2 to 3 coats, I found that I really enjoyed it. Now, if you can tell, like, I'm used to something like this, where I put on 1 coat and my lashes look really thick, voluminous, boom, bam, done, the end. I'm not used to having to sit there for 5 minutes applying my mascara. And oftentimes, like, the more natural formulas, they don't really build well anyway. Like, you'll try to kind of layer it up and it does nothing. This, on the other hand, it will build on itself. It does take more time to apply, but I do like the applicator, and I feel like as you build it, it doesn't get spidery. The lashes don't all clump together. It still stays really nice and fanned. So this, I feel like, is the perfect in-between for someone that's like, they don't want completely natural, but they don't want crazy drama. They want something that still looks daytime wearable, but will make your lashes stand out. And then finally, I have the Balm Mad Lash Mascara. And this, I feel like I kind of had mixed feelings about. Sometimes I liked it, but I think the more I used it, the less of a fan I was. I'm not sure why, but I had a tendency to always get mascara like on my eyelid whenever I was trying to use this. Maybe it's just something about the way the wand is shaped, but I just had a tendency to, like, you know, when you accidentally hit your lid and you get a few dots of mascara on your perfectly blended eyeshadow and you want to scream because you're just like, I spent 15 minutes doing that and now I ruined it. Great. So I found that to be very annoying. And as far as how it made my lashes look, it's very black. It does add length, some volume, not quite as much as like the Lash Paradise, but it's not super natural either. It was kind of a okay, like, in-between mascara, one of those things that didn't do anything super amazingly, but it also wasn't terrible either. So long story short, I think this was alright, but I didn't really fall in love with it. I have one brow product here. This is the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Pencil. This was awesome. I actually really love this. I picked it up randomly for a drugstore makeup video that I did maybe like 6 or 7 months ago, and then I hadn't reached for it until kind of more recently, and then I just banged through the whole thing because it was the only thing I wanted to put in my eyebrows for a while. This is essentially the same thing as the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It's a microfine brow pencil. I'm pretty sure just about every brand has one of these guys now. But the color on this was really nice for my hair, and the formula was really easy to work with. It wasn't too creamy, it wasn't too stiff, it left just the right amount of pigmentation. It was pretty long wearing, didn't fade or like smudge everywhere throughout the day. So I would definitely consider repurchasing this again. The only thing I will say is that since having used this, I've moved on to the J.Cat brow pencil, which is what I have in my eyebrows today. And that one is even cheaper than this one, and I think I like it just as much, if not maybe even a little bit better. So it's kind of hard to say. Like, I probably would repurchase the J.Cat over this one unless I was able to like get this guy with sales or coupons or something like that. And then finally, a few lip products that I am decluttering because they are hella old. So I'm first gonna say goodbye to these guys. These are the L'Oreal Infallible Paints mattes. I have the shade Peach Pit and the shade Cinnabon, and I went to apply this guy to my lips one day, kind of recently, and it was super chunky and just like not right, so I said, no, you guys gotta go. And it's sad because I do actually really like this formula. It's a little bit more of a moussey whipped liquid lipstick. It goes on very opaque, but it's pretty comfortable. Has a matte finish, but it doesn't make your lips look very shriveled and crackly. Now this shade here is like a spot-on dupe for one of my favorite Bare Minerals Gen Nude liquid lipsticks. It's called Weekend. So if you're looking for something that has that similar kind of like peachy toned nude vibe to it, like such a gorgeous shade. I really love this color, especially if you have more warm undertones to your skin. So I don't need to go on and rebuy this right now because I have 101 lip products, as you're about to see in my declutter series, but I do really enjoy this product and I would recommend it if you're thinking about picking it up. And then I feel equally bad, if not worse, about these. These are the Hourglass Girl lip stilos, and these are beautiful. And it's funny because when they first launched, there was so much hype around them, so many influencers doing sponsored campaigns promoting these guys, and then crickets, nothing. Have you heard anyone talk about these? Because I certainly haven't. But they are really nice. These are like creamy lip crayons. They're super bougie and fancy because of course they're Hourglass, but they leave a really nice glossy finish on the lips. They have buildable colors so they can be more opaque, or you can just kind of put a little sheer wash on. This shade here called Influencer is like such a gorgeous nude, and I feel really angry at myself for not having used it more. I don't think I appreciated how pretty it was when I first got this. These were things that I received when I went to Generation Beauty LA. And let me tell you, I went to Generation Beauty LA in 2017 in January. So these are 2 years old. They're old, and they say they're only supposed to be good for 6 months. So it is way past the time to say goodbye to these, and it pains me because they're very expensive and they're very, very nice, and they haven't gotten nearly enough use, but they smell a little off, and I don't really feel great about putting anything that could be expired on my mouth that I'm then going to go ahead and like ingest. So these are sadly going to be parting from my collection, but I do think they were really beautiful. And then also, super sadly, I am going to be decluttering these two NARS lip pencils that I've had for an embarrassingly long amount of time because I love them, but I know it's just time. This shade was limited edition for the holidays like 8 million years ago. By 8 million, I mean like 4, 5, maybe. And they haven't made a shade quite like this again, which is part of the reason why I haven't decluttered it. This is the shade Iberico, and it's just, oh, it's such a good orange red. Y'all know how I feel about orangey reds, and I just used the crap out of this. I love this pencil, and I don't want to part with it, but y'all know, it's probably time to move on. I have a lot of other red orange lips to use. And then this guy is the shade Cruella, which is like a cult classic blue-based red. It's stunning, and this formula is very nice. It's matte, but they call it their velvet mattes for a reason. They kind of glide on really smoothly, and it's a pencil, so you can sharpen it, but it's also kind of chubby, so it's got a nice balance of being quick to apply but also being precise. I mean, there's a reason why these guys have like cult status in the beauty world. They're really nice lip products. I know it's time. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and going through all of my beauty trash. If you enjoy Empties, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I always really appreciate your feedback. And if you're new here to my channel, I hope you will subscribe, stick around, come back, hang out again. As I mentioned, we're going to be decluttering and doing a whole bunch of other really fun things here in January, so I hope to see you around these parts again. And on that note, I think it's about time for me to run. I need to clean up this situation in front of me. I gotta take out my trash. I also am so ready to take my makeup off. It's like 9 o'clock at night, and all I want to do right now is curl up on the couch with my book and my cup of tea and chill out, although honestly I probably should be editing. But I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, evening, whatever time it is when you are watching this. Thank you again so much for spending your time with me, and I will see you in the next one.